Hey, welcome back. We have a knife here. I'm gonna have to open this one off screen. I just realized because there's at least a tracking number. I don't think it's a big deal, but let's try and keep that kind of stuff off of the YouTube channel where I can. But I have the weirdest boomerang story with this knife here. It's not this particular knife, but this model where I bought it, sold it, regretted it, like right as I sold it, got another one. Decided to keep it. Again, I wish I had part of the tracking number there. Decided to keep it, and then it became the only way I could get a rare knife that I really wanted to get. And so I sold it, and literally I was like feeling like, oh man, I'm gonna regret that for the next few days. Within an hour, a friend reached out and said he had this. So thank you so much, friend of the channel, for parting ways with this SPK Lamia. Oh yeah, got another one. Now I'm really curious. The last one I had, I noticed had a little, like just a slight, I don't know if I can tell here. Just a slight, yeah, this one I don't think has it. See if we can tell. Yeah, this one doesn't seem to have it. The other one had a slight, what's the term? Oh, I'm not going to be able to remember it. Recurve in it, and this one doesn't seem to. This one looks like it's all belly, I think. But anyways, yeah, this is a really cool variant too. I think if I were to like just right when I started, maybe get this particular variant, I might have never given it up. I actually really liked the one that I had originally, but ooh, this one's got some nice action too. Really love, this is a polished version of the stepped crew wear blade. The other ones I had, I think were kind of, I guess maybe they were the same, I don't know. But man, this stepped blade he does is really nice looking. And yeah, anyways, I got this second one of these, decided not to sell it, and then I had to trade it, which was just like, oh man. I just finally started liking it, and then had to trade it off because the knife, there's the only way I can get the knife that I wanted, it seemed like. But this is SPK Lamia number 144. So I traded, I can't remember what it was, number 133 or something like that. I don't remember what the exact number is. Then 185, which is like one of the last ones he made of this, what I'd call this version 1, because he just changed the way that the lock bar works on this new version. He's dropping tomorrow. He's actually, the drop is happening right now. Tomorrow he's doing the random pick. But this one feels the best so far. It has the least amount of pressure needed on the lock bar. Maybe I've just gotten used to them. The initial thing that really surprised me on these was how much pressure you had to put on the lock bar, but this one doesn't feel that way. This one feels much better. I describe this knife as what I wished a Chris Reeve was. Something you could roll out really easily. Something that can be a little fidgety, but not, I wouldn't describe it as fidgety. That's not correct. That's not correct. Something that you can kind of action a little bit, as you can see there. Yeah, and this one is a all stonewashed, I guess, version of it. I don't know if it says the finish. I don't think so. But it's the best one, I think, so far. I like the other two also, but this one is pretty sweet as these finishes go. They had, like, one of them I had blurple, which was beautiful. It was really cool. But it wasn't like exactly me. It was just kind of cool. Like, I knew people would like it on Instagram, cool, you know, but it wasn't really what I would like personally. The second one really was. It had a matte gray on it and stonewashed, or no, not stonewashed, like DLC coated pocket clip and hardware. It was really nice looking, actually. I really liked the second one. Just much more understated than the blurple. So like if I was going to carry a Lamia or Lamia, I think is what it's called. That one was much more appealing than the first one. But this to me is like the one that you really want to carry, because the stonewash finish is much less likely than that kind of matte finish with the DLC to like get wear looking on it. This is very unlikely to get a wear, you know, showing on it. Maybe on the pocket clip a little bit because it's flat there. It'd been really cool if he had put the same lines from the handle into the pocket clip. That'd be a nice little milling challenge for him. The pocket clip on this one, I want to say, is less pointy maybe than the other one I had. I don't know. Now I'm forgetting what the pocket clip is like. But yeah, this feels really good. I'm excited. The first one I had was like, pretty bad action, and it got a little better right before I sold it after a little bit of use, and then I kind of regretted it. Like as I agreed to sell it, it got better that day. The second one was terrible. It was like brand new, and I sold that one. What did I do? I traded it for an Oz pen plus cash. That guy decided he didn't like it, sold it back to me. And then I was going to keep it. He polished the washers, and it was really nice. The action was even better than this, I'd say. Although the thumb on this is not working quite as well as the other ones, I feel like, for some reason. But the reverse flick is fine. And then the drop shuttiness is probably as good as that one, even though I don't know if the bearings were polished on this or not. But this one feels like really good on the action overall. The rollout's great. And yeah, I'm really, really excited. This kind of feels like it kind of worked out for a reason. I really like this this finish, and I'm glad I ended up with this one. This is much more my speed for sure. If you know the channel, you know I got a lot of knives with this kind of finish on it, where you got a bit of a stone wash and some sort of milling on the handle. Quite a few indeed. Got a hinder here like this. Where is it? Fullard stonewash. Bam. Whoops. Where do we go here? If we want to do this like in descending size, you do something like that. But yeah, this is like my style, right? Like I'm not 100% on this. I have a bunch of other knives that aren't styled like this. So I know like Metal Complex, as an example, like only likes this style. Not like only, because clearly he likes like a ton of other stuff. I don't know why I said that. But like his Grail is like always this style. For me, that's not the case. It is definitely one of my top styles, but this right now is probably one of my favorite knives, and it's totally not this style at all. So, anyway, whew, there it is. It fits right into that little group there, doesn't it? It really does. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I've done a lot of other Lamia videos, so I don't think I have too much more to say about it. Just glad to have this one in the collection. I could really see this become, it's so funny because when I first got it, I was like, man, but the Rosie's so much more fidgety and bearings, and yeah, it is. It's actually quite a bit easier now that I'm doing this here. But man, when you sit around and like, there's something fun about trying to break this knife in, is what I've learned. Once I started making progress, I started liking this knife more. When it was at first, I was like, oh, this is just feels like molasses. I just didn't like it. But once I started making progress, getting it to like drop halfway like that and be able to get it all the way in on like 2 motions, okay, now I'm starting to get into it. Is this ever going to be like a guillotine? No. But I could really see carrying this knife and like kind of putting it to hard use. It just feels like it wants it. Whereas some of the others, I'm like, it does, like, I don't really want to mess up my Rosie. Definitely don't want to mess up this hinderer. That Lamia kind of feels like it's just waiting to be carried. Don't know how to describe that or explain it. Just feels like something that was designed to be used. So food for thought. That's all for now. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.